Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, as part of our fermenting series, we are making soda. So previously I made some juice. What is in this juice is tangerine, pineapple, beet, and some carrot. So this is literally loaded, and these two things are the same. This is the extra. Today I decided that I was going to make half a gallon of juice soda. Now, before you can start making fermented soda, you need gingerbread. Let me show you how active this is. And it smells amazing. And look at that. If you shake it, you see how much bubble it has inside. This took about 4 days to make, and that also depends on the temperature of your environment. In the summer, it is much quicker that in the winter you make gingerbread a little bit slow. But anyhow, if you would like to know how to make your gingerbread starter, I will link a video right here. But this is pretty easy, but just to recap, it is simply just doing a 1:1 ratio of initially filtered water, because you can't use chlorinated water, some ginger, whether you chopped it, grated it, or however way you cut it, but you must leave the skin. It is best to use fresh ginger, and then the same equal amount of sugar. For instance, if you're using 1 cup filtered water, 1 tablespoon of ginger, and 1 tablespoon of sugar. Then you have to feed it every day with ginger and sugar until it starts to bubble and become active. And at that point, that's when you can use it. Let's get back into making our juice. I want very clean soda. I'm going to start by filtering this more. It was already sieved before, but now I want to do an ultra sieve. This is room temperature. You do not want it hot because we don't want to kill our gingerbread. In order to filter some more of it, I'm just gonna filter it through the coffee filter. This really filters very slowly, so you have to have some patience. We have finished sieving it. So this is about 3 cups. Could actually make it up to 4 cups. I'm gonna add more and make it 4 cups. We have about 4 cups. We're going to add it in here. Next, we are going to add 2 cups of filtered water, half a cup of sugar. You'll be wondering, why are we adding sugar to some juice that is already sweet? Because the gingerbread that we're going to use is going to eat up the sugar and use it to ferment the soda. We need to add half a cup of sugar. Can you use stevia or any sugar substitute? The answer is no. You want to use real sugar, or you can use maple syrup or any of the natural syrup. We're going to mix, making sure that the sugar is completely dissolved. We are going to need half a cup of our gingerbread. Before you can use the gingerbread, you want to really stir it. We're going to take half a cup of this gingerbread, but because there's a lot of ginger floating, I am going to sieve this to get the amount that I need, because I don't want any additional ginger there. And then we want first to get all the juice out. It smells so good. Add this in here, all of it. We stir it, ensuring that all of it is mixed well. Next thing to do is to cover and put a rubber band place on the counter or in an area where it doesn't get direct sunlight. We want it to generally just ferment for about 24 hours, and we will check to see if it is ready. Now, if you do have fermenting cap, you can put that. That will show you how much gas has built up. You really don't want to ferment the juice for too long, making sure that it does not get so acidic that it's not consumable. As much as we want all that probiotics in there, we do not want to consume vinegar. We'll come back within 24 hours to check this. If you wanted it to be bubbly, then you want to do a second ferment by capping it and then allowing the gas to build up and causing that effervescence that you get when you drink carbonated drink. So for now, we are going to keep this in a nice warm place. Because we took out half a cup gingerbread from here, I'm going to feed the gingerbread by grating about 1 tablespoon of fresh ginger. I'm going to add filtered water, a tablespoon of sugar, stir it, and 1 tablespoon of ginger. Then we stir, then we're gonna cover it, put it in the refrigerator to ferment, but it will be fermenting slowly. This is a follow-up on the sodas that we're making. This is from the juice, and this is the tangerine soda that we're making, or orange soda that we're making. So let's take a look. This is a 1 day old and this is a 3 day old. You can see the bubble, and this has changed and became cloudy. This was started with freshly made juice from tangerine, beets, carrot, and pineapple. So this is a cocktail right there. While this is straightforward tangerine, and this is 1 day old. But I need to show you guys how much effervescence this has. If you open it and just listen, I don't know, the camera can't pick it up. And it smells really, really good. This has been already 3 days. First day had massive bubble. Look closely, all that bubble. And we're just going to taste it. I'm going to pour it a little bit in this. I don't know whether you can see the bubbles around the glass. Shake it, see all the effervescence. Look at that. Now I'm going to taste it. This is so good. My God, that tastes so good. Now you can see the difference in color. This is not fermented. This is the same juice. This was used to make the soda version. And you can see how cloudy this is, showing you that it has been inoculated by lactobacillus from our gingerbread. You can see the difference in color. Today we are going to bottle this particular drink for the second fermentation in this bottle. These bottles have been sterilized in hot water to ensure that there is no chlorine or anything. We use filtered water to rinse it out all out. This is 1 day old. Now let's take a look and see. Oh my God. Look at all that effervescence. Now we can taste it to see if it is ready. I'm going to let it ferment for 1 more day. It's already looking cloudy, and this was made with agave. It's still a little too sweet for me. I want a little bit of the tanginess. I'm going to leave it for 1 more day, see how it tastes by tomorrow. So we're going to cover it and then put it back to ferment while we do our second fermentation with this. All right, look at the effervescence of this. Look at that. So we're going to start bottling these right now. Put some funnel. This is probably going to messy, so I'm gonna pour some in this measure so that it will be easier to pour. Then we'll transfer it. I don't mind a little bit of sediments in there. You don't want to fill this all the way to the brim, so you just need to leave some room for the gas to expand. Then we'll do the second one. Interesting thing is, although you use the ginger bud, which tastes like ginger, the ginger taste gives a little spice to it, but you hardly ever notice it. You can also use the flip top bottle, which I do have, but I've chosen to use this because it will be easy to store. And the interesting thing about repurposing the bottles is caps tend to pop up when there is enough gas because the bottles are designed for that. We're probably gonna be a little short on this one. This half gallon made about 4 bottles. I drank some of that already. What we now want to do is to tighten it, leave it on the counter to ferment for further 2 to 5 days. And then we'll check the cap every day to see how much gas each. Once we've established there is enough carbonation, we'll put it in the refrigerator. I will use this as the test. In a few days, I will be checking it every day to see how much gas we have in there. It's been about 3 days of fermenting the juice. Look at how that looks. To be quite honest, I am almost afraid to open it. I placed these in the refrigerator to slow down the fermentation. We're going to get back to this, but this has been about 4 days of fermenting. So let's see how it tastes. We are going to do a second ferment on this. Turn it around. Wow. Look at that. It's fizzing. It's really fizzing a lot. We're going to grab some ice and we're going to have a taste. So we have some ice. Now, taste test. It smells so good. Oh, wow. I can't quite taste the gingerbread. It has that orange soda taste that I even forgot that this is tangerine, but it tastes amazing. Not very much sugar. It's not as sweet, but very refreshing. This is really very refreshing. So now we are going to bottle them for the second ferment. We are going to use the old bottles from kombucha that we washed because we know this can withstand the pressure. We washed it and we sterilized with hot water, and we'll see how many bottles we can get. It smells amazing. Make sure you leave headspace in the bottle for the second ferment. It really smells like orange drink. And look at all that fizz. And we haven't even fermented it for the second ferment. You can also use the flip top bottle, and these are made to withstand pressure. Again, ensure that you sterilized it. All that is left is to tighten these. The top is flat, compared to these ones that have already fermented. And you will see when the pressure builds up that these will push up. This is a flat top, this is flat. These have a very good seal. We made 3 bottles. Time to test these. I'm gonna only test the smaller bottle because I'm afraid it may spill. We are going to put it in here and try and test it out. So let's try. Oh, you heard that. Look, watch that popping up. Look at all that fat coming up. That's amazing. So let's do a test. Really, really good. Mind you, this was juice that consists of carrot, beets, tangerine, and pineapple. Now I'm going to try these. Start by a lot of pressure. Thank God it didn't spill. But you see, fizzing up. You can make your own soda at home that would be much healthier because it will be fermented, filled with probiotics, lactobacillus, as you're making it with the lactobacillus in the ginger bark. Better than what you buy in the regular stores that is full of sugar. The sugar that we started with these have all been eaten up. These oranges were actually made with agave, which has a glycemic index of 23 and has calorie of 23. So very little sugar is left in this, and it tastes amazing, and it is healthy for you. It's good for your gut health and better than the soda that you buy in the store. If this video has been of value to you, please like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification button so that we can notify you when we upload new videos. This is Dr. Okeke. Thank you and God bless.